I learned this trick at a restaurant, chicken breast that melts in your mouth. It turns out super juicy and delicious, perfect to impress. I'm going to start my recipe using 3 whole chicken breasts. I'm going to cut them in half, making an opening right in the center. And I repeat the same cut on the other pieces. This recipe is one of those that surprises with flavor. Very special. Now that I've made the cuts, I take an ice cube and place it inside each opening. I do the same with all the chicken breasts. This way, the chicken stays even juicier when baked. Now let's season our meat well. I start by adding it on top of the chicken breasts, and also a bit of sweet or hot paprika to taste. I love making this recipe. The seasoning makes all the difference. I'm also going to add oregano, which goes really well with chicken. Now rub the seasonings a bit on top, so they can penetrate well and season all the meat. The aroma is already amazing. Now I take the already seasoned chicken breasts and place them in the skillet where I already added butter and let it melt slightly just until it's liquid. Now I place all the meat in the skillet side by side. Turn on the heat to brown the first side well. Then we flip it to brown the other side as well. One side is already browned, so now I flip it to brown the other side and leave it until they're nicely browned on the outside. They're now at the ideal point, so I remove them from the heat. I place the browned chicken breasts on a separate plate. In the same skillet, to make the most of the flavor, I add 3 potatoes, cut into small pieces so they cook faster. I also add 2 onions, very finely sliced, and 3 cloves of grated garlic. I also add 7 ounces of diced bacon. Now I'm going to sauté all these ingredients well. Stir frequently to brown everything evenly. Everything is well sautéed now. The aroma is irresistible. I turn off the heat and set it aside for a moment. Now I transfer everything to a baking dish. Now I take the chicken breasts that we had set aside, and I place them on top of the vegetables, arranging them nicely. Look how beautiful it looks. It already seems delicious. Now the setup is ready for the sauce. In a bowl, I add 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce, 3 tablespoons of honey, and also 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Everything is now in the bowl. I mix very well until forming a smooth sauce. This sauce will give our dish an incredible flavor. After mixing well, it's ready to use. Using a kitchen brush, I coat all the meat with this delicious sauce. This is truly wonderful, a perfect combination. Ideal for a special meal, like a lunch or an elegant dinner. Want to impress someone? This is the perfect recipe. So now you know what to prepare. Make this recipe at home. You're going to love it. Brush each piece of meat well with the sauce. Now I place it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. It will gratin and become even more appetizing. My recipe is now ready. And look at how beautiful the chicken is, golden and shiny. Now all that's left is to call everyone to enjoy it. The aroma is wonderful. Makes you want to go for seconds. Everything nicely done, tasty, and prepared with lots of love.